Hey,
Hey,
oh, I'm
here
so
we
excited. Okay.
are. Hi, hi, hi. All right. So, hey, it's me, Jen, and I am here with the lovely and beautiful and wonderful and hilarious Brittany Spinks. And we are here to chit chat about her, get to know her superpowers in her business, and see what she can teach us today. So, do you want to go ahead and introduce yourself to get us started?
Sure. So my name is Brittany Spinks. I have been a peer romance consultant, well, a consultant for 7 years now. I'll just tell you a little bit about how I got started in the business because I feel like it's not like a typical thing. I started when I went to a party. I went to my first party and I just thought it looked easy and it was an easy way to make some money. So I was like actually bothering the consultant to let me join. I would like go to her house every day and I was like, I promise I'm going to get the money up to join. And I got a starter kit and I got started right away. I jumped right into it. And it's just been a whirlwind of things ever since. So over the 7 years, of course, my business has grown bigger and bigger. Now I am officially 2022 board of directors member. So I have been on board of directors for 2 consecutive years, and that is just a prestige position in pure romance. One of the highest, like the 0.5% of the company, something. This year alone, I've sold over $100,000 in products and brought on at least 24 ladies activated onto my team so far this year. So I just think I am so excited about the business and it kind of rubs off on people. So I was just, yeah, ready to go and ready to get started. So that's pretty much about me.
Yay, that's great. Thank you. All right. So we're gonna dive in with the tough stuff right off the bat. Are you ready? Okay. So
Yes,
tell us
I'm ready. Maybe.
tell us about okay, so my shit's a little bit delayed here. My internet's being weird. But okay, so tell us about your low lows over your last 7 years of business.
Okay, so yeah, I kind of wish I had like a camera that recorded me so many times I've, been I can picture it now on the floor crying, telling my husband, I'm done. I'm not doing this anymore. I'm not doing this anymore. I'm driving to parties and not having sales, driving to parties and nobody being there, cancellations, and just sometimes it gets overwhelming. And so I've definitely had those points where I drove an hour one way to a party and nobody bought anything. And I put my last $10 I had in my bank account in my gas tank. Okay. So, like, I was super, super broke when I started this. That's why I was so excited to get started. And then I was seeing like things weren't happening. And I, would put all the blame on my hostess. I would put the blame on, the guests. Like, why wouldn't they want to buy anything from me? And instead of looking at myself. So my continued training and education has just taught me so much. So I'm going to tell you guys, please don't stop doing training. You are going to learn things that are going to click and completely change your business. So a low was driving an hour one way to a party and selling, $300. Like, I had a very low party average and I was like, God, how can I continue on this anymore? Or if you're doing your business online and you're not getting much sales, you're like, what's happening? What's happening? So how to overcome this? You got to look at yourself and what you're doing. Okay. And I can tell you right now, when I started using my products, that's going to be my biggest tip to you. Okay. Using your products is going to make you to be able to talk about them better, to be able to perfect your demos. I just had a consultant on our team not that long ago, and she was like, hey, so, I have rash. Should I use the aftershave mist after I shave? How often should I use it? Knowing how to use your products, knowing how to get the best results with them, and knowing how to talk about them. So you have to use your products, guys. My best demo is, a toy called Double Feature, and I have a very awesome demo for it, and it's because I use that product, okay? And I know how to talk about it really well. So use your stuff, okay? Do you have to use every freaking thing in the catalog? No, use the stuff that you want to talk about. So my best tip is to, use personal experience, but don't say things like, me and my man use this toy. Don't be disgusting. Just explain it. And also knowing active ingredients for products and facts that make you seem smart. I know that's a horrible tip, but it increases your confidence because you're knowing things. And which is what actually sells. So having more knowledge about your products, knowing active ingredients is going to boost your confidence. And when someone asks me a question about the product, I'm very knowledgeable about it. And so it makes me trustworthy. So if somebody's like, how does stretch mark minimizing oil work? And I'm like, yeah, so you spray it on your stretch marks and they go away. No, stretch mark minimizing oil is so amazing. So if you have stretch marks that are discolored, different color than your skin, use this every day, spray it on, rub it in, and it will actually change the color of your stretch marks to your regular skin. Okay. Which person are you going to buy this product from? The person said, spray it on your stretch marks, or the person who actually knows about the product, how to use it and how to get results with it. Okay. So know your products. That is one of my objections to overcome. I have a few more if you want me to keep going. Did she leave us? Jen, where are you? Okay. I think she's having tough technical difficulties.
Can you hear
She
me now?
said something about her internet earlier.
Yeah.
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. Yes, that's perfect. So tell us, do you want to tell us more about, you can tell us more about things you've had to overcome, but also we want to hear mainly about your superpower in the business right now and put that all down for us because I know you're online sales. So
Yes. Yeah, so there's so much that goes into it, and not just going through the motions and posting mindlessly in your VIP group all the time. I mean, yeah, you should be posting. I heard Jen say yesterday, mind blown. If you're not living in your VIP group, why should anybody else be? So really increasing your online sales. I posted in my VIP group yesterday that my power went out. When something happens to me, like, I know this might even sound sad, but those are my friends. So I'm telling them my struggles and like what's going on in my life. So I'm like, dang, my power's out. And I just thought to post that in my VIP group because that is where I live. Those are my friends. So my superpower is probably that, really connecting with people, sharing my life, like just my regular life. You don't want to be super dramatic, but you want to be relatable. So if me and my husband get into an argument about Cheetos and cheese puffs, that's definitely happened before, then I'm going to post about it and create, like a you guys get involved. What's better, Cheetos or cheese puffs? I don't even care. It might be an argument over my husband didn't do the dishes or something, and just be relatable and share your life. So what I've been doing with great success is online live parties. So I want you guys to really get out of your head with going live. I know that's something that some people really struggle with. And I don't know what side you're on, Mandy, but I am like puffs all the way. So just saying. So really advertising your parties. The majority of that is done through private messages to people. So I'll post about my upcoming parties here and there, but I try to message, and you can message as many people, as you feel you have in your VIP group or in your client base. So just base it off that. I have a lot of clients because I've been doing this for 7 years. So I try to message at least 75 people a day. If that seems overwhelming to you, drop it down. You can also, you can hire somebody to message people. I have an assistant and she gets messages sent out way faster than I do. Of course, I'm the person responding back to them when they message back and making that, conversation and stuff. But whether I have a party coming up, grab bags that I'm selling for a live party, a flash sale, upcoming birthday messages, I just, give my assistant the list of names and what to message them. Yeah, like it takes her like 25 minutes. It takes me like 2 hours to message people because I overcomplicate it. I click on their name. I'm like, okay, when did I last talk to this person? Um, I want to go to their Facebook page, and I just overcomplicate it, which something that should be, a really income producing activity is now turning into something super tedious and like I can't function. Okay. So sending out those messages is also going to boost your algorithms. So more people are seeing your stuff in your group that you're actually posting and getting that interaction between, you and your client. Okay. So and you guys can do it however you want to. It's a very simple formula. I don't like to bother people. So I don't want to be that bothersome, like, hey, buy some stuff. Hey, are you almost out of coochie? Hey, do you need a new toy? Whatever. I want to offer something. So I want to offer an opportunity for a free gift, a flash sale, some kind of discount, a discount on grab bags. So it doesn't always have to be a discount, but I do a lot of my parties where I do a special giveaway. So my giveaway will depend on what I have in stock, what's on the sale page, knowing, that I'm going to message all the people and whatnot. So sometimes I'll give away a womanizer because my group really loves womanizers. They know what it is. They're going to be excited that I'm giving that away. Or sometimes it will be, a mystery toy. So it's something that I've gotten off the sale page. I think right now we have the G Love for $25. Maybe you placed an order on your website and got a free rabbit for that, spend $125, get a free rabbit deal they have sometimes. So whatever you're giving away, make sure it's cost effective to you. Okay. So this giveaway is going to be during the live party, and to get entered, they need to fill out a Google form. So in a Google form, you're going to create. So just go to Google Forms. It's the easiest thing. I'm sure there's training on it if you're not familiar with it. So in the Google form, I'm just asking them a few simple questions. Their phone number, their email address. I'm asking if they want to have their order shipped or local pickup, because I have everything shipped to me. So however you do it is up to you. I'm asking them if they would like information on joining my team, if they would like to host a party. Okay. So getting all that information from them so that I can follow up. So if you're not going to follow up, getting this information is completely purposeless. Okay. But you're going to follow up with these people to place orders, join your team, or book a party, whichever they showed interest in. So I'm doing this giveaway. I message as many people as I can to tell them I'm having a live party Thursday night or whatever night you're doing it. And I'm giving away a $129 bedroom accessory. Would you like the information to get entered to win? No purchase necessary at all. Okay. And I do a true no purchase necessary because I make sure it's something that I can afford to give away. If you got a rabbit for free, you can afford to give something free away. Okay. So you don't have to worry about the sales. You don't have to worry about, how many's doing what. But if you follow this formula, you will get sales. Okay. So when you're sending out messages, then they're saying, yes, I would like the information. You send them the Google form to fill out and tell them, hey, just fill out this form and get entered to win. And tune into my live party Thursday night, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, whatever you got going on. And then when they fill out the form, I like to make goals for myself. So I always make it a goal to get 50 people to fill out the form every single week. And I know that sounds like a lot, so you can lower it down if you want, but I think 50 people filling out the form usually generates me about $500 in pre-orders. Okay, so would you guys like to hop on your live video with $500 in sales already? Wouldn't that boost your confidence? Confidence is the number one seller. Okay. Your confidence is your number one seller and it's everything. So getting on your live party and thinking, I already have $500 in sales. Like, I don't even care at this point. I'm so happy. Right. So, to get the pre-orders, this is where your giveaway comes into play, okay? So the day of your party, you want to send everybody a reminder to come to your party. If you had a hostess, that's what you would expect from your hostess, right? So you're being your own hostess. This is the main thing right here. So you're messaging all the people that filled out the pre-registration form. And you're telling them, hey, I got you entered to win a blah, blah, blah. To get 5 extra entries to win, all you have to do is place a pre-order with me. And remember, they don't know what that means. So in parentheses, I say, just tell me one item that you plan to purchase tonight. That's it. Short and simple, to the point. Make sure you explain whatever you're saying, and tell them what they're getting and whatever. So I usually start out, like I said, usually start out my parties with like $500 in sales, and then it just goes up from there. So you can also do, along with your party, you can turn it into a prize party. You can turn it into a trivia party. I mean, all these different parties I've gotten from either Jen or the social success group. So yeah, that follow-up is so key. And if you're not following up, you're missing out on so much money. So yeah, make sure you're asking them if they would like to do the pre-order. At the very least, it's reminding them about the party and making sure they're tuning into it. If you guys have questions, you can drop it in the chat too. That's all
Okay, so I have some questions.
I have.
So do you think there's a way that you could do this and be as successful without sending messages?
No.
Good. All right.
I did online parties without sending messages before, and my average online party would probably be about $500 like total, and I'm giving away prizes and I'm doing all this extra stuff. This is like my average online party is probably, I've sold over 100,000 this year, and I've not done a single in-home party. I do get a lot of outside orders, but if that tells you anything, like my average online party is like $1,500.
Perfect. Sorry, I got a baby here that's getting.
No, you're fine.
Awesome. Yeah, I would agree though. I have been saying over and over and over again, if you're not messaging, you're losing so much. Like whether it's trying to build your VIP group, trying to book parties, or trying to get sales, all of those things are going to happen more if you ask for it, right? And so you're basically asking the question, an unasked question, the answer is always no. And so I love that you're putting yourself out there every week and making sure that you've got your sales. And
oh yeah.
Yeah, that is great. And I have, I've got like a year plan now, a messaging plan, because my group is the size that it is. I'm on the year plan for the messaging. But right now, so I decided I was going to do what you're doing, but I decided I'm going to start by trying to grow the group even further and get some fresh meat in there. So right now I'm on a 4-month-long membership drive, basically, asking people to add their friends. And so far, I'm only a week in, and I have at least 10 women who have added 50 people. And so that's huge, right? And that's a weekend. It's crazy.
That's the awesome thing about this business is you literally need like 2 or 3 people to say yes. You don't need a million people. Like, I don't know anybody. Do you know 3 people? That's how we all started. We all started asking our first person to help us with our business. And mine was, I did my launch party, but coworkers. I didn't have any friends. I've been with my husband for freaking ever, and I don't have friends. And so I was asking coworkers to help me, and I literally just needed a few people to help me and get my business going. That's all you need.
It's just that once you commit to the process, it falls into place. And last week I did a web series on promotions and the requirements for each level. And I kept saying, it doesn't matter what the requirements are, because once you are doing the business at this level, the ball is already rolling, and it will be fine. You don't need to worry about those requirements. And I think if people are especially scared that they're not going to be able to produce the minimums. And I'm like, I've never even looked at my minimums. I just do my business. I'm committed at that level and I'm just doing it, right?
Yes,
So
absolutely.
my other question is, are you teaching this to your team? And if so, how are they responding and what are their, like the newer girls? Because I know a lot of my people look at me and my group and they're like, yeah, but you've been doing this for so long and you have a big clientele. I can't do that. And so I want to know how your team's reacting to this and how they're doing.
So yes, I have showed this to my team, and this is not for the the lighthearted person. Like, this is serious commitment, messaging people every single day. So if you want big results, this is something, I can show you all the little things that you can do to do, an extra $200 a month. But this is something that I'm showing you that's going to be like an extra $5,000 a month. So to do it does take a lot of commitment. So I know I have some ladies on my team that are doing it, and then some do it at like a lower level because they're just starting. So, I mean, it just depends on the person.
Awesome. Are they having pretty good results too? Like even with their smaller networks, they're still getting people to say yes.
Yes. Yes.
Good. I love it. I think it's great. Is there anything else that you like, any strategy? I mean, it really is as simple as it sounds, I know, but is there
Yes.
any other strategy that you've found to work for this system?
I just like messaging people with an offer of something free. I don't want to be like, I don't want to be the bothersome salesperson, and people don't look at me as a salesperson. I'm the fun lady that goes live and gives shit away, but I still bring in a lot of sales because of it. So yeah.
Yeah, I always say you give to get. And there is like, I mean, you're not just giving things away just to give things away. You're giving because they're giving you something too. And it almost puts it in line with I always say online parties, not the same as in-home parties. You cannot treat them the same way. You don't walk into a room or into a live video and expect every person to buy. That's just not how it works. It's more of like, we always used to say, it's not a sprint, it's a marathon. But I'm here to tell you this is like a freaking triathlon for online stuff, right? But you're kind of bridging the gap a little bit and bringing it back down to the marathon by actually asking them, are you going to buy in your survey? But you're doing it in a sneaky way where they don't realize you're asking them that. And then you can follow back up and be like, oh, hey, you said you were going to buy something.
Yes. Like I said, I really don't want to be the bothersome person, and I'm not. And actually in my survey, I say there's an option that's don't plan to shop. And out of my 50, I usually have 2 or 3 that say don't plan to shop. And that's it. So I give them the option, and I'll still message that person and then maybe oops. Or sometimes if I don't feel like it, I won't message the person. They said they're not planning to shop. It's fine. But it's literally very few people that are saying they don't plan to shop. They're just entering my free giveaway. And so, yeah, I can follow. You just gave me permission to follow up with you because you said you were going to buy stuff. You said you wanted your order shipped to you.
Yes. Okay. So now let's say somebody has like 20 to 50 people in their VIP group right now. Would you tell them to go and do a membership drive first and get more people in there? Would you tell them to do a membership drive and continue to do this? Because they wouldn't have to message every day. So the commitment isn't as big because you can send 20 messages in one day. Boom, done. What would you do in that situation?
I would message my entire group once every 2 weeks, probably, because I don't think it's bothersome if you're offering them something for free. And also, people are going to ignore you. They're going to not respond back to you. And so you message them. I'll go to message somebody and I'll be like, wow, I've messaged them 4 times and they've not responded. I'm messaging them again. I don't care. You have to block me if you don't want messages from me anymore. So I'm messaging them again, and then they'll respond sometimes. So they might not have been interested or something was going on when you asked before, and now they are. So
exactly.
Keep reaching out. So I would reach out to my entire team probably twice a month, offering them the free opportunity and telling them about your live party.
Maybe switching off like hey, invite your friends one week, and then, hey, I have a party, join my live, you know?
So to grow your group, I always suggest getting hostesses, and I just always offer $50 in free products. You know, who would like to do a super easy, fun ladies' night online party? Messaging people, I would probably message everybody and ask them if they wanted $50 in free products to host a party, because I want to get as many hostesses as possible. Because my first hostess coaching for my online hostesses is invite 50 people to the group. So, and for them doing that, even if their party doesn't qualify, because we know online parties are kind of tough sometimes, even if their party doesn't qualify, I'm still going to hook them up with like a 20% discount on their order or something for inviting people to the group. So, you know, I don't want them to feel like that their time was wasted, even if they didn't get the sales. So that's how I've grown my group a lot over, you know, the last year and a half or whatever I've been doing online stuff, is through hostesses. And then once your group sees, oh, hostesses, oh, they get free products, I might want to do that. So once you get in the motion and you get your group, you know, seeing what's going on, then they'll follow suit. So I say, if you got to get a couple of your friends to say they're hostesses, shout them out in the group, you know, let your group know what's going on. So these ladies are getting $50 in free products just for hosting a party, inviting ladies to the group and letting them know. Nobody wants to be the first person. So I always have, here's a fun tip: ask your friends to help you, but they're actually hostesses. So tell them that you just need help. Can you just pretend to be a hostess? And then I will literally hostess coach them. And I would be like, hey, I mean, while you're pretending to be a hostess, do you want to just invite 50 people to the group? I'll hook you up with the 20% off your order.
Oh, that's so brilliant, because I always said, you know, ask your friends, your besties, like, you know, like you're sitting on the couch drinking a beer with them. How would you ask them? And for me, it would be like, yo, bitch, I need your help. And so that's the nicer way to say it. Like, hey, you should pretend.
I just need to get my group going. Will you just like be a hostess for me for next Thursday? Like, all you have to do is tune into the live. And then, yeah, well, why don't you just go ahead and invite some friends? And I mean, if they buy stuff, you'll get free products. Just make it super like, it's whatever. Like, whatever happens. I don't give a shit, because your friends are going to not want to disappoint you, but really you just need to get the ball rolling. I mean, you can do the same for in-home parties too. Like, please, I need to practice. Just if you have like 3 people, invite them over. This will help me get practice, get going. I also, when I first started with my lives, I private messaged people and asked them to watch my live and critique me afterwards. And I didn't think I had an issue with my lives. I just wanted to get more people on, and women love helping women. So they were hopping on, and then they would message me afterwards. You did such a great job. You're hilarious, you know, whatever. And that's a confidence booster. I don't give a shit. Like, if somebody gives you a compliment, I'll take them all. It's fine.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay. So, hostesses to grow the group. Absolutely. Messages daily, weekly, whatever it is, depending on the size of your group. I'm just trying to like summarize some of the things that I thought of through this, or that you pointed out. This is all really great stuff. And it's all stuff that anybody can do at any level. I know you were saying like this would give you a $5,000 boost, but even if you're brand new, it could give you a $500 boost, $500 more than what you have currently. So absolutely. I'm loving it. What else you got?
Another thing that I know stops so many people from doing the messaging and everything. That's why I've actually hired out an assistant, because I would let the word no like temporarily paralyze me. I wouldn't message somebody. I wouldn't like quit, but I like wouldn't message anybody for a few days because I was so offended that people told me no. And I know that sounds stupid, but it happened to me recently, actually. So when I'm messaging out, you know, usually when people are not interested, they just ignore you. Most people just reply yes. But then I must have had too many people tell me no. And I really got in my feelings. And so this true story, y'all, it wasn't until recently I started to see it differently. So I asked a lady if she'd want to enter my giveaway. She gave me like a firm, hateful no. She typed NO and she sent me that message. That's disgusting, right? What a bitch, I thought in my head. Like, literally, I was like, You could have said no, thank you. You could have said, okay, so first of all, nobody's responsible for how they make you feel. Okay. So just so you're aware of that. And this was something, again, I had to get out of my head. So I thought, she could have said no thank you or ignored me. What's her problem? So I replied back, no worries. Are you okay still being in my VIP group? Because I was like, well, she's not interested in a free toy. What is she even in my group for? She must not care about my business. So she replied, not at all. I love being in your group. I just have a lot going on right now. Oh my God, I'm the bitch. She said no because she had stuff going on in her life, and I needed to stop thinking that the world revolves around me. I still hate the word no. So like I said, this is how I do it. I have my assistant send out the messages, and when somebody says no, she replies, thank you so much for getting back to me. Whatever, I always thank people for no. And that one message, like, I'm glad I messaged her back to ask her why she was telling me no, basically, like, do you want a part of this? She was like, no, I have a lot going on. I was like, yep. When people say no, they have something bigger going on, and I need to not worry about what it is. Thank you so much for getting back to me. I appreciate you.
Yep. That's perfect.
Yeah.
I love that so much. Okay. This is great. I feel like I'm ready to go and send. Anybody else can go send some messages? Let's do it. So good.
I have my assistant sending my messages today.
Yeah, me too.
It's an income producing activity. I pay her $15 an hour. It takes her 30 minutes. It's costing me $7.50 for her to send those messages out. That is potentially, bringing me hundreds of dollars.
Yes. And there's plenty of people who would be willing to do that task for other people. And, even if you don't want to hire an assistant, maybe swap with a sister consultant or something. Be like, you send mine, I'll send yours, right?
Yes. Yeah, I have my sister do it sometimes. She's at home with her kids. Like, you want to make some extra money, send these messages. I'll pay her $15 a day to do it.
I love it. So good. Awesome. Well, is there anything else that you would like to share with us before we...
So I saw you're getting some training going with in-home parties. And I shared with you my hostess coaching. And this was another, do you want me to share a little bit about this?
Sure.
Okay. So another struggle I went through was driving to parties and nobody's there. Like, it's just me and the hostess chilling. Or she's canceling on me. I had a really high cancellation rate one summer. Like, when I did in-home parties, I did 12 to 15 parties a month, and I would have like an entire week, like 4 parties cancel on me. And I'm like, what is happening? And so when I went to national training, we had like a little round circle discussion or whatever. And where everybody sits in a circle. That sounded really weird how I described it. That's literally what
circle discussion thingy. Yes, got it.
A discussion thingy. And I told I was like, I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Like, I hostess coach to a T. And she was like, how do you hostess coach? And I was like, well, I have these, copy paste messages that I send out. I send one at like 3 weeks, 2 weeks, 1 week, 3 days, day of. And she was like, are you calling your hostess? And I was like, no. Why would I call somebody? That's so crazy. And she was like, that's why you're getting cancellations, because you're not having that like really good communication with your hostess. And I was like, nope, I'm not doing it. And I got home and I was like, I have to do this. And so now it's such an easy thing. So after I book a party with somebody, I only do it on Mondays. Phone calls, again, are like a stressful thing. Can I tell you guys, like, I go through the same issues you guys go through. When you're like, I don't want to make phone calls, I don't want to message people. We go through that same shit. We just push forward and actually do it because I want money. I want more money. Okay. So like that's it. And so find whatever motivates you. Maybe money doesn't motivate you. Maybe a prestige position would motivate you. we get really good food at trainings. I don't know, maybe food will, that's motivated me a little bit too to push forward. So find what motivates you. But so I did it on Mondays so that was the only stressful day. So I would call all my hostesses that I would book that weekend, call them on Monday. And it's just like a really quick phone call telling them the really important stuff, no men, no children, what time I'll be there, what time the party will start, like 30 minutes later. Just like really important stuff. It doesn't even matter what you talk about. Does not matter what you talk about. If you get that commitment of a phone call from her, she'll follow through with the party and she won't cancel on you. I've had people who I cannot get on the phone. And if you can't give me a 5-minute phone call, then I can't commit 3 weeks to coaching you, posting in your event, driving to your house for nobody to show up because you're not listening to me. So hostess coaching, phone call is the number one thing. And then as far as the rest of the hostess coaching goes, you can do your copy paste messages and information. I also, the second message I send, because I don't want to overwhelm her with all the important information, I send in a voice message, and I do that a lot. I send a lot of voice messages. And I just at the end say, hey, send me a thumbs up if you got this. And so when she sends me my thumbs up, I know that she listened to my message, because how many times do you send them and they don't say anything? So if she don't send me that thumbs up, I know she didn't listen to the end and she doesn't know what's going on. So hostess coaching and really switching that up, that phone call and voice message makes a huge difference. Just one little tweak and you'll have better results at your party, more communication, feeling more like you're working together with your hostess.
Yeah, because it's a partnership and it's about relationship building. We're in the relationship business, and you can't build relationships if you're not talking to people. And that is, if I were going to do in-home parties, that's something I would definitely have to, that would be a struggle for me, because I don't like
phone call. And if you have, I know Androids, you can schedule text messages. So how you're like, I'm going to remember. So I will book, when she books the party, I say, what time is a good time to call you on Monday? And she tells me the time. I'll schedule a text message at that time. Hey, are you ready for a quick phone call? When she texts me back, then I know I need to make a phone call. And that's literally all it is. It's just a scheduled text message and then follow. So you don't even have to worry about like forgetting to call or anything like that, and just do it on Mondays.
That's perfect. Yeah, I love that. That's like automated, and that's great. Do you use Project Broadcast or Engage for your text messaging?
I do use Project Broadcast, but I just started. So I've been in, that's another thing, getting those, you want your 7,000 members, all their phone numbers, so you can text them all with one click. So be collecting phone numbers from people. And then when you do get enough clientele built up, you can get that Project Broadcast, which is like $20 a month, and send out those text messages for the important things. A lot of people will ignore them, but you'll get, a couple people that are interested in what you got. And I just text like once a week, whatever I got going on.
Love it. Fabulous. Well, thank you so much for all of your info. Thanks for
welcome.
For your superpower. This is really great because we're a 100% online party team as of right now. And so this is really great. Anything that we can get to up our online party game is fabulous. So thank you.
You're welcome.
We appreciate you, and I guess we'll see you next time.
Did you want 3 tips?
Oh, yeah. I thought you gave us some tips, but give me some more.
Did I? Oh, okay. Yeah. I just have some things written on the back of my things here, on the back of my paper here. I only have 2 things, actually. So go back to basics. So, because it works. That's how we started. Did you guys hand out little goodie bags to like all the female McDonald's workers? Or, telling people on the street about your business, about your group. You can get QR codes now, and those are great to use to get people to join your group, let them know free gifts, like meet people. You're going back outside. So you might as well talk to people, okay? Even if you're online. And then using a calendar for your reminders. So I don't know how, like I was never a tech savvy person, but I started using my calendar on my phone for follow-up. Okay. So how many times people are like, yeah, I want to join your team when the next kit sale is. So when I know when the next kit sale is, I put their name. Today it says the name of the person, join. So I know I need to message that person to join my team today. Would I have forgotten that if it wasn't in my calendar? 100%, I probably would have forgotten it. So if somebody wants to follow up for a party, put their name in the calendar and remind yourself to follow up with them.
Love it. Yes, we do a lot with calendars on my team. I'm always telling people, get yourself a calendar. I don't care what kind it is. Just get one, because holy cow. And it's crazy how many people don't actually have to live their life on a calendar, because it's wake up, go to work every day, and then come home. And you don't need a calendar for that. So it's kind of like a training thing, like in a life training thing, like, okay, and now you're at the point where you need a calendar. Let's learn how to have a calendar.
I'll put my grocery list on the calendar. If it's like 5 or 6 things, I'll just put it in my calendar. I know I'm going to Walmart today, so I need toilet paper, paper towels, like whatever. Like I live off my calendar. Yes.
Yeah. Perfect. Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you so much. You are a delight. I will see you again soon. Bye.
Bye.